What's up YouTube? Welcome to John's Daily Hustle. Got another nice little spring cleanup to do. This one's just hauling a bunch of brush away this time. It's just like a previous job that I've done before where I'm just picking up a bunch of branches and trees and sticks and stuff like that. And of course hauling them away. I will put a voiceover in on top of some of this or whatever just to try and keep you guys entertained as well. And I'll kind of explain what I was doing. As well as at the end of this video you guys will get to see me unload the truck again. I did remember my truck unloader this time, but you'll have to stick to the end to see how well that went. Okay, so this is all it is. As you guys can see, it's not that big of a pile, but there's a good bit of stuff in there. Some of it's trash, some of it's 2x4s, and most of it's sticks and branches, just like you see right there. Okay, so my method of madness on what I was trying to do, pretty much is I was just picking up all the big stuff that I could possibly carry and was trying to limit the number of walks that I had to make back and forth to my truck to put it in there. So I was trying to carry as much as I could, at least in terms of the bigger branches, and I was putting them down in the bed of the truck. And what I had actually just said right there was, I was wishing I had brought my jacket, even though it's like 65 degrees today, it's hot as can be. I was hoping I had my jacket on because some of these branches and stuff actually do have thorns on it, and they were actually cutting my arm a good bit. So right here where I'm putting my foot on that trailer, you guys can see that's the part that was cut out. I actually did that to where I could fit both of my zero turns, my old zero turn and my new one on it back when I had my old zero turn still. I cut it out to where I could fit both of them on that one trailer at one time, and it's actually done me very well by cutting it out. As you guys can see, I have a little stepping spot there to where I'm not having to step over that bar. I couldn't tell you how many times I have tried to step on that and I slipped off, or it was raining and I fell, or you know, something like that, or trip over it. So actually having that little walkway is actually really nice to have. Now right here to the left, right at the bottom of that fence, you guys can see I had actually been piling, right where I threw that up actually, I had actually been piling some of the bigger stuff there that I know wouldn't fit in the bed of my truck. So what I was doing, I was setting the bigger stuff there as I wasn't sure entirely how much stuff I was going to have to bring, which is why I have my trailer with me, because the pictures originally, I was like, well, it's always worse than it looks, right? So I brought my trailer in case the truck bed filled up too quickly. I was trying to only make it all fit in the bed of my truck. So again, I was setting all the big stuff to the side because I had my chainsaw with me. I'm going to cut it up. I probably could have got away with not using my chainsaw. I probably could have got away with just putting it in the bed of my truck anyways, or maybe even break it in half. But you guys know me. I like to change things up a bit and entertain you guys and entertain myself by using a chainsaw when I can, because you guys know I really don't use it that much. So I try to do it. And as you guys can see here in the small trash can, or at least in that trash can, I put all the smaller pieces in there where I'm not walking back and forth to the truck with, you know, just a handful of sticks. And then I'm trying to actually stomp on it.
Is he just gonna put music over it or something? You ain't gonna hear this part. But I don't know. Stomping out them haters.
So right here you guys can see where I'm cutting up some of the bigger stuff. As I was at the end of this project now, I was just about done, and I realized I had just enough room to actually fit everything in the bed of my truck. And also the reason why I was trying to fit everything in the bed of my truck is because I had my truck bed unloader. So I was trying to use it to make it easier to unloading and make this job go a lot better and make it a little bit more profitable versus time. Now I know I'm using this chainsaw slightly wrong. At least I was using it a little, I don't know, too close to the ground, I guess you can say. I was very careful about not nicking the ground, but I did nick the ground, what, once or twice maybe during this video. Now like I said, right here you can see I'm cutting a few of the smaller pieces where I really didn't need to cut them. They probably would have fit in the bed of my truck. But I was there, I had the chainsaw on me, it was running. I mean, why not cut stuff up when you don't do it that much? I might as well do something a little different. So I didn't really have to cut these few pieces up. I probably could have just threw them in the bed, but you know, you guys know how I am. Alright, so let's fast forward this just a little bit. We're going to jump to my unloading. I did forget to do a walk around of the job when I was done, but you guys can kind of see there in the background of what it looked like when I was done, how clean it was. I mean, there was a little bit of sticks and stuff left over, like the smaller twigs and stuff. And there's a lot of rocks over there, surprisingly. A lot of rocks were left there. So here I am trying to unload it. Okay, so what I just did was I dropped the tailgate, and I'm actually trying to put the handle on the truck bed unloader. But right now, I'm immediately regretting my decision as I learned what I actually did wrong. As you guys can see, I had to go over to the passenger side of the truck bed unloader to put the handle on, and I'm going to start cranking now. That's actually the wrong side. I installed the truck bed unloader backwards, but you can see it's actually working a little bit until right now. So you guys can see the bungee cord going across the top of the load. I don't think that's what held the load in. I think that's what actually, I think it was just there. I think that didn't have anything to do with not really working with the truck bed unloader. So let me explain. So I did get it to move a bit, as you guys saw. It probably moved about a good 12 inches in the bed of my truck, but then it stopped. So that's when I realized, I was like, well, this isn't going to work. I guess it's time to start unloading by hand. As I look back at the camera thinking in my head, oh, I'm an idiot again. I messed up once again, but you know, it's not that big of a deal. So I believe the truck bed unloader would have actually worked for this job, but the problem was as I was crushing the sticks down, as you guys saw me in the bed of the truck, jumping down on them to try and get them all to fit, what I think actually happened was where the sticks get crushed in between the wheel wells, and because it's all technically crushed together, it kind of makes one big load. It's almost like everything forms together inside the bed of the truck, if you can think about it like that. So what I think had happened was it had got crushed into the wheel well of the truck, and that was what was holding it in. As you guys can see right there, I was able to get it to work even more after I cleared out the truck bed, or at least after I cleared out the wheel wells there. However, the problem now was because I installed the truck bed unloader backwards, sticks were getting rolled up into the truck bed unloader, and then it stopped rolling up. So then I just had to continue the rest of this job doing it by hand and unloading it by hand. So my lesson learned once again, there is a right way and a wrong way to install the truck bed unloader. Once again, it was the first time I installed it this year, so I thought I did it right, but I guess I didn't. So we'll get it for next time. I would like to make some kind of form or whatever, or put boards by the wheel wells to try and stop stuff from going in there. Because if you guys remember the leaf job, I had that same problem too, where the leaves were getting all stuck between the wheel wells, except for that was a whole different story there on that job. So as you guys can see, that was just a little small job. It really wasn't that big. I think it took me about 2 hours, including the time it took to unload it, which was exactly the amount of time I estimated it was going to take me to do. Here in the near future, I'm going to try and make some kind of board to mount it inside the bed of my truck that blocks off the wheel wells on the truck, where the leaves and the mulch or even the sticks, everything gets bunched up in there. I'm going to try and block that off to where it's just the size of the wheel, or just the size of the truck bed unloader. Now I know I'm going to lose a little bit of space. I'll sacrifice that little bit of space if that means I'm going to have a much easier and quicker time unloading the truck. Now at the time of me editing this video today, just yesterday I went and did a much bigger job than this one. We actually cut down 3 trees at a customer's house, and we had to haul it all away. So you guys will see just a little bit of that job. I didn't record a whole lot there, but I took some pictures and I did record just a bit. So I'll do some voiceovers and stuff like that and show you guys what we did and kind of talk about it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, you guys will see another similar video. And that one was even bigger. That one I had to use my trailer and the truck bed. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's kind of boring. It might be a little boring. It's just watching me pick up sticks essentially. But maybe you guys could get a nice little laugh out of it, out of all the little mistakes I make and some of the little voiceovers that my wife has done, or some of the voiceovers that I do. If you guys haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video.